right. Yeah, thanks for having me here. I came on to this project a little bit later, but I'm going to present it the best I can. So the eviction cord scraper, we're just scraping data from court website. My contact information is at the bottom of the slide in case you guys want to contact me afterwards if I don't answer any of your questions satisfactorily. So first off, the project purpose. The main goal of this is to support court tracking. So right now there's a lot of court tracking happening virtually. I guess all court is happening virtually. So having an understanding of when the cases are so we can organize volunteers to court track. And then as well, compelling data analytics to do all these things that I have listed below. Probably the first and foremost of which is crafting policy. It's just important that we have data of what's happening in the courts and when it's happening right now, especially when there's a lot of protections and actions to help tenants. So just moving on. The tenant perspective that really motivated this project, other than just track, I guess it all ties back to this, is the digital divide that many people who are currently being evicted now face. So being able to have, when they're getting evicted, and contact them and help them solve any of these issues that they might be facing on getting logged on to Zoom is incredibly important. And just because if you don't show up for your eviction hearing, then normally you get evicted. So this website that we're scraping, it has a pretty poor performance. It's hard to use. It'll throw errors constantly that you'll see on this right. So just another reason to motivate scraping this digitally. Our next steps are probably the most important. This Odyssey system is pretty much standardized throughout a whole lot of counties in Texas. Tenants are fortunate in Austin that the judges and the mayor have been not hearing evictions, but this isn't happening as much in other counties in Texas. Just utilizing the code base that we have right now and making whatever modifications needed and forking the code base to work with other counties in Texas. And if you're interested in that, feel free to contact me. And then as well, scraping other types of cases in Travis County. So right now we're only scraping civil cases, but there are other types of court cases in Travis County hosted on Odyssey. And we're looking to collect that data for advocacy groups as well. If anyone has any questions, please drop it in the chat and I'll try to address it there. And yeah, thanks for having me again.
Chris, I had a quick question for you. You said there was a bunch of errors in the data and stuff like that whenever you were web scraping. What kind of errors were you guys running into?
So while we're web scraping, is not the issue. It's just like user errors. Like if you're a user using the website, then it throws that error that I have a picture of very consistently. I'm not sure why it's happening on their end, but it makes the website very hard to use. And that's why kind of like what motivated this project. Yeah.
And Chris, we got a second question. Where is the data hosted right now? Right now, excuse me.
So right now the data is hosted, it's used internally through, I guess, Google Suite, but the actual database hosting is done on a SQL server on the cloud. Yeah, so yeah, the court data is correct, or usually it's correct. I can't say it's always correct, but the server that it's on, that Odyssey PA, is not very user friendly. If sometimes, like, you go to search for a case and it just throws that error, and then you have to go back and then click through this, all the links that you click through to get there again, and it's just a pain.
Hey, thanks, man. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah,